films like this that are sort of like challenging, provocative, and create what I think is the right amount of awkward discomfort for an audience. It could be really easy to have done a very similar narrative, but stood on a soapbox and sort of like yelled at an audience. But that doesn't help you or the audience. And I've been saying that good cinema will change what an audience thinks for maybe a week. Great cinema will change how they think for the rest of their lives.
Where the central kind of nugget of an idea spring forth from?
On my previous film, I cast actors with facial disfigurements, which I've done historically in my films, and when you do that, some people call it inherently exploitative. On the other hand, if you cast somebody, an able-bodied person, and put them in prosthetics, runs counter to what we think of as representation. So one idea for this was, I'll do both. I'll have an actor in prosthetics, and I'll have an actor with a facial difference, and I'll sort of put them in the film together, and it'll be a kind of battle between them.
And Adam, what was it like whenever Aaron approached you about this film?
I was gagging to work with Aaron again. I thoroughly enjoyed the experience on Change for Life back in the day, and he's now a really good friend. We keep in touch all the time, and I like my big, meaty, sort of chewy scripts. Mm-hmm. And also things that run counter to the kind of roles that actors with disabilities and disfigurements tend to get offered. There's these tropes of either the victim, the villain, or the false hero. And very often, an actor's disabilities are raised on detra to getting cast. So to be in a film where I just play a dude whose disability is sort of rarely mentioned, and also in the film, it's the least interesting thing about Oswald. Just in the same way that my disability is the least interesting thing about me. Don't get me wrong, still bloody interesting, but the least interesting.
Sebastian, this is a movie where you get to play an actor, so the kind of nesting doll effect of acting as an actor.
Actors playing actors. I mean, couldn't think of anything more selfish and egotistical. But
it is a very masturbatory thing.
But it is. But Aaron really he's so brilliant with what he, I think, wanted to do with this film. So it was so much more than that. It was really just, this idea of identity and acceptance and how we sacrifice self-truth sometimes. And what happens when somebody does that and actually misses out on their moment, so to speak. How much are we in charge of our choices in that regard or not?
Adam, you talk about making sure that this character has a rich inner life, and the least interesting thing about them is the way that they look. Aaron, when you write like that, are you also making sure that people walk away from a film going, oh, holy shit, that was just a dude. I know that dude.
The way people perceive you defines your own self-identity and how you can break out of that and hopefully not be boxed in by what others think of you. Yeah, I do hope to change people, but I don't have any specific goal. I'm just sort of exploring these questions.